He's speechless, guys. He's speechless.
If you can see what I'm looking at right now, well, you've seen the thumbnail. We're looking at the new Ranger Raptor. That is right, the brand new 2024 US spec Ranger Raptor. No, I did not fly to the land down under. This is in good old Michigan. Ford said, hey Dave, we've seen you talking about the awesomeness is Raptor, and do you want to come check one out? And I was like, Kelly, did I don't even think.
No, actually, I saw the email before he did, and I went,
of course we want to try this thing out and look at it. So let's do a quick walk around now. This is not, you're not going to get any drives out of this one just yet because they haven't allowed us to do that just yet. But we're going to talk about this, and this is a new color, and there's two colors that you're not expected is going to hit the old Raptor, and there's one that you're not going to see and it's going to be upsetting. So let's get to this right now. Good golly, Miss Molly, this is your Ford Ranger Raptor. And you know, you've seen these things in pictures for a long time and you get excited for it, and then maybe you lose a little bit of hype for it, and then you know, you lose sleep over it and you're like, well, are they ever going to release this thing? And of course they're going to release this thing. And if you're watching this video, they're releasing it right now. So you know what they're doing with it. But I have to say, Kelly, this thing is like a mini F-150 Raptor.
100%.
When you look at this thing, the fender flares, the way the flares stick out and protrude out, and even the plastic, look, the fenders stick out, but then yeah, you're like, oh, hold my beer. We got more flexing to do on the rest of the mid-size trucks. I love the fact that it looks like the bumper could actually be removed, and you might see some cool off-road bumpers on this thing. So that is actually cool. And where you might not be able to do that with the other Ranger without, you know, cutting your plastics, you know, Ford has thought of this and they know the market for this. Now, you get real tow hooks, you get real skid plates under this thing, and you get a real 3.0, and I know my audience hates when I say that, 0 V6, twin turbo V6 in this thing, making 405 horsepower? Mm-hmm. 405 horsepower. Now, I know guys in Australia are going to be upset about this. You're going to be like, hey, why you get more horsepowers than we do? I don't know, man. Maybe we helped win World War II. I don't know.
Maybe we needed more horses than you did.
We do. We definitely need more horses. Anyways, so we got the big 3-liter under this thing, and let's walk around now. Now, this is Azure Gray. I believe that's the name of it, right, Kelly? Mm-hmm. Azure? And
it's actually quite like shiny. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought it was pearlized.
Yeah, you can see the pearl in that paint right there. That looks good, and this might be on my bucket list for color.
Really?
You know how Area 51 was not for me, but this color on this thing is,
wow.
Well, it's because we might be losing.
And I'm learning this here, guys.
That's right, but we might be losing, it looks like the orange. Code orange might not be for our launch color for this, but they have another special green that you're gonna see for the launch color that you're gonna love. You've seen my video on that, you know what's up.
Yep. But
I have to say, I really do like this color in this thing, and it goes well with the accents, because look at this. You've got some fun, you know, Raptor-like race accents in this thing, and the blue doesn't do too bad with those. Where are you at with that?
I actually like it on the truck. I don't know, I might get tired of it. You know how I feel about like bluish color trucks.
Right. But as we continue to walk around this, we'll go into the interior in a minute. We've got these nice sand rails. These are not rock rails, these are sand rails. So they do seem to be heavy duty though. Like you could probably kick that, Kelly, and see what you think. Yeah. I think you could take a little bit of off-road abuse with that thing there.
A little bit, but they are not designed for that.
That's right. Something I noticed that I have not heard anybody talk about is Ford, you know, the Bronco. We know with the Bronco, it had those Goodyear tires and it's throwing rocks everywhere. Do you happen to notice that this fender flare, how this plastic, the body line stops here and then you have plastic because they know debris is going to be hitting right here. And they want to know your Azure Gray. It needs to stay pretty and exciting. Now this has the digital graphics on this thing. I'm not 100% sold on this. They're okay. But you know you're going to get the big Raptor. This is going to come on there. And you know every guy's going to be like, oh, I'm going to peel that off. And you're like, why? I have a freaking Raptor in here. But it carries on. The cool thing about this is raised. So this little imprint right there, that's all raised with it. So I don't know if it reflects.
Yeah, it's like honeycomb.
Yeah. So I don't know if this reflects in the light or what it does, but that honeycomb there shape is really cool. Now, look at this. Well, it'll take its time. Grandpa Raptor here's got to take his time. But you're getting actually, you know, shock assisted dampening on that, which is nice. Now this one does not have bed liner, which
I'm a little shocked.
Yeah, we're going to need bed liner, and I know it is an option. It's probably like only one of the options you will have for this. All right, now if you want to do a little camping, chargies back there, you've got plenty of room for that. Once again, this is the hilarious part to me. They're doing like the F-150. Now, we know these tailgates are all tailgates, so they're not out here to stamp 15
they plug and play.
Yeah, But I'm not taking my new Raptor on the work site to chop any wood off there. But
I have seen plenty on work sites though.
yes, no,
I mean,
you will see the F-150s out there, and I don't blame them. If I'm going to spend this kind of money, I want to showcase it. But Kelly, we noticed that it kind of has a little bit of that Bronco B look to the taillights a little bit.
It does. It actually, you've seen this before in the back end of a Bronco.
But you got all your sensors back here. You can see the blind spot sensors are back there, and the trucks are getting the sensors on the side of the bumper, unlike Bronco. But overall, this thing, it's a beast of a vehicle. All right, so you guys know I always talk about it. I'm 5'8". I'm not a tall guy, and well, yeah, this one's gonna be a little doozy to get up there, but I think I would manage owning a Raptor like this. I think the tailgate it'll work just fine for me to get my little booty up there and do my dance. Now, speaking of dance, you got an awesome vehicle like this, you're gonna drive it, right? So let's go look in the cabin, and I'm getting first shot at that steering wheel because Mama Bear always gets first shot. I'm getting first shot at this because you guys know how excited I am for this product. So let's jump into this truck right now. Oh my. There was a time when this was a full-size truck. Now we call these mid-size trucks, and this is a mid-size little race truck. So guys, this is the first time me stepping in this. They offered me a ride to where we put this truck, and I said no. I said the first ride will be either Ford gives us we do one of the drives event for it, or I buy my own. I'm not, it was a hard sell to not get me in this, but oh, Kelly, this is awesome. I do love this vehicle. And now, is it a perfect vehicle? Probably not. No vehicle is perfect. So we won't know till we get one in our possession, kind of do some reviews with it. But overall, this thing is pretty exciting. This is very, the materials, if you look at it, it's all definitely, it's Ranger, you know, which is what this is. I don't like when they call something like a Ranger something special, and then it's not really anything Ranger except like the hood. This is still very, interior of this thing is very Ranger. You got your towing brake over here, which is kind of funny to me, but you know, oh well. But paddle shifters, look at this. Oh man, Daddy likes them paddle shifters, and these are, you know, full paddles. There were some of them, I believe the Mustang only has like a little dot up here. This thing is pretty nice. Now, you know, you're paying for that right there, and you're paying for all the fun that's under the hood. But look at it, here's all your fun. You know, you got your there's your driver's assist for your cruise control. You've got you know, there is your cruise control knob, your cancel buttons, all your phone buttons over here. Here is your shock controls. So if you want to adjust the ride, if you want to go, you know, full Raptor, you know, maybe go into the Baja. Here is your exhaust, which is nice. So Kelly, on those cold days when this thing starts up, you can quiet it, make it quiet. And you leave the neighborhood and you're like, all right, I don't know these neighbors, so they're going to hear the full extent of this vehicle.
They're going to learn today.
That's right. So we have, it looks to be some nice soft touch materials on this. I won't say it's kind of like Alcantara, but I don't know if it's
kind of suede-y.
Yeah, a little bit suede, but it's not full Alcantara. But you know, you see, you got a little bit of storage there. You've got the big screen. What size screen was this thing, Kelly?
This is a 12-inch screen, or 12.1-inch screen.
12. So that, and I like the way that it's done. So here's my seating position right here. I can reach. I'm not being pulled way over there, being very distracted with my driving. And in this vehicle, you do not want to be distracted in it. Now, you're going to get there, what they call this, the E shifter, if I remember right. So it's, you know, size your hand. In this vehicle, I wouldn't mind it that much. You know, the idea of the big manly shifter up there, I don't know, it might be fun, but I won't mind this as much. As you can see, nice stitching with that all the way through. Very nice. You got leather here. The materials, something they could do on Bronco is this right here. These materials, look at this plastic. This is just, it's a nicer plastic, I must say.
It's like a rubberized plastic.
Yeah,
almost.
It doesn't feel like it's going to scratch as easy. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. Now, part of the features with Raptor is you get all the drive modes. So you can do 4-wheel all time, or you know, low, high, 2-wheel drive, put it in 2-wheel drive in Baja mode, and then, you know, you just hang on to the steering wheel, and you just go as fast as you can. Your hands shaking, you know, you're doing everything you can to hold on to this vehicle. Now, Kelly, you noticed some towing features about it. We've got a tow brake here, but then you've got for your turning, for backing up into this
You
thing,
also
right?
have some towing adjustments here as well.
So, and then here's all your modes. You know, you want to get all fun, turn that auto off, just needs to go away. Thanks, government. But you have real knobs. I'm a big lover of actual knobs in a vehicle, and I can't say enough about that. Now, there will be functions in the entertainment center itself that you will have to monkey with a little bit, but overall it's not bad. Now, guys, I could cry. I really do love this vehicle a lot, and very few vehicles get me that excited. The Bronco got me excited, but this one takes it to a whole new level. But sitting into this, I like some of the cool, just the like snake-like features to that. The touch of that is really octagon, just very fun. It carries through here, as you can see right here. It just carries through. You do, once again, you do have like 3 positions for drivers, and there's only going to be 1 driver of mine. Now,
excuse me.
But anyways, all your controls here for your windows, very nice. And you're getting, you're going to get some touchless charging on this thing, and you know what's going to happen to the phone. Kelly, let me see your phone. You're doing touchless. You're racing the Baja. And the phone's just all over the place, man. It's never going to hang there for the Baja mode when you engage that. But you do get A and B down there for your USBs. And overall, very nice.
And this is actually a 12-inch screen.
So Kelly has confirmed it's a 12-inch screen in this thing. And overall, you're getting a B&O sound system in this, because you know with the you want good tunes in a vehicle like this. For what this vehicle is going to cost, they did not release any pricing to this just yet, but you know it's going to be a pretty penny, so it better sound great, and I have a feeling this thing's going to sound real great. Now let's go to the back of this thing where our daughter's going to hang out, and let's see if there's any comfort there. All right, now this is a Ranger, so you get, Ranger seating in this thing. Now, look at all the orange. How are you with this orange in this thing?
Honestly, at first glance, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of orange. But then when you settle on it, it's done well.
Yeah.
It's done in the right spots.
Yeah, I would like to, honestly, if they could do body color matching on that, I think it would be a lot cooler.
Oh, that would be cool.
It would be a lot cooler, but it's supposed to be racy, and they want that. And speaking of racy people get cup holders, so that's actually pretty nice. But racy people do not get, there's no vents. There's no vents. It's like
Still
they
no
thought
vents.
about. It's like they thought about putting vents there.
It's like that'll be a next gen.
Yeah, and said no, they don't deserve vents. But you look at the heavy duty mats. I do actually like the Ford mats that we have in our Broncos, so those are pretty nice. Map holders for whatever.
But you know what?
reason.
You have map holders in both seats. In the other models, we only saw one.
Right, but you do get a sliding glass on this thing, and I believe it is electric.
It is electric because you've got a fancy little button up front.
We saw the button up there on that. Overall, though, I'm never sitting back here. So this is never going to affect me. Yeah. So let's pop this real quick. Oh, look, there's some space, So you got space to hide things, and there's probably your jack stuff. I know the jack is behind the seat over there, but overall you do have a little. You can't put a racing helmet in there. I mean, that's crazy. Why? You got a race truck. Why can't you do that? But overall, the interior of this thing, Kelly, I have to say, is really nice. Now this do fold flat down when the seat's not in the way, but there's your sub for your speaker. Not a lot of storage space when you're playing with the big boys. And
Why don't you put the sub in there?
Yeah. So, but it's going to sound great. Overall, though, the materials of this thing, very. They haven't said what kind of materials are. I have a feeling the outside's leather, inside's probably like that marine grade vinyl. Here's a little bit more of that kind of Alcantara feel. And Kelly, can we go racing?
Yes.
Sweet. You, in your Bronco, you got all the little off-road goodies and like to have fun. And this one has a couple features too, right?
This does, actually. So this actually has all the aux switches just like we do on our Bronco, or my Bronco, whichever we want, whatever day it is. But I will say one thing that this has that I don't.
What?
How'd they make that happen in this, but they couldn't make it in my Bronco? Saying.
You get both of them, but that's all right. You got your microphones here for all your your wireless, all the voice on that for your Bluetooth.
Your rear window control.
Yeah, which we can't control. I'm actually happy that there's LED. It's not the old incandescent old yellow bulbs. So even in the back there, as you can see, it's a nice white light in that. And well, overall, this thing so far looks like a home run for Ford. Nobody's really doing this style of truck. I know GM's got their ZR2, but the ZR2 doesn't go full silly like this thing does. And I think the ZR2 is going to be still expensive in this price range. And even the Bison, which I know I was a little disappointed in the press release, they did not put 35s on this thing, but maybe they're saving that for down the road. Who knows? Overall, though, I'm pretty excited about it. 1 through 10, your first impressions, Kelly.
Oh, 10 on this one.
Oh, yeah, this is a 10. This is definitely a 10 on this one.
And comfort, a 10.
Wow. 10's across the board. Yes, so hopefully we get to go to the when they actually take these things out on the rides and give you guys our full impressions of this thing. But so far, when these things launch, when the order banks open up, you better smooze that dealer because they're going to be very hard to get. So whether it be 2-wheel drive,
4-wheel drive.
oh, this Ranger Raptor, I really want to drive. It's been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody.
See ya.